Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Christy and I'm going to try to get you a reading from Spirit this morning. When I was cleaning up the table, I found something on the floor. And if you have been around for a while, you know that Spirit will very often leave some kind of little something for the next reading to kind of give me a hint about what direction to take this reading in. And then I get messages just from Spirit, and I also get messages through music. So when I cleaned up the table, and especially when I cleaned up the floor, these Love Who You Are cards were everywhere. They fell off the table yesterday, and there were some that had slid up under the cabinet. And when I was getting those out, I found some trinkets that were hidden under there. One of them was an angel wing. And this is just to, in my opinion, letting you know that you have an angel that's helping you with whatever you're going through. And I know what you're going through. You also have a compass, because direction is important in your situation. Getting in the right direction. Finding true north. Okay. There was also a ball. So somehow balls, I'm not sure how the ball factors in. There could be a child involved, a baby boy, or a girl who loves to play with a ball. You could have a dog. For some of you, this could be a Christmas ornament. I don't know what this means to. It could mean a lot of different things. But there was a ball or a round. It's just a round trinket. It kind of looks like it could be a mandala. You could be into doing mandalas, like coloring. And then I have an infinity sign, which is about infinite abundance, time and space, infinite. There's nothing, that everything is limitless. The universe is limitless in its potential. This is also representative of the twin flame journey as well. And then I found two Eiffel Towers. The two Eiffel Towers and the infinity sign were inside of Love Who You Are box. They were inside of the box. The rest of them I found on the floor. So somehow the Eiffel Tower in Paris could be significant to you. There's towers. This could be significant to a tower in the tarot. We could be about to draw the tarot tower card. I don't know how I said tarot. I call it tarot. So you might call it tarot. But somehow these towers, and what came to mind for me, because everyone, it won't resonate about, somebody resonates with Paris, double time. But for some of us, these represent cell towers, communication. There's about to be a lot of communication. I think Mercury retrograde is bringing back people from our past, so we can either get closure or we can make a decision that this is what we want to do next. We want to move forward and try to make this relationship work. And I think for some of you, that's going to be the case because of the music that I got. All right, now let me share the music with you. Help me, Spirit. Help me to even remember what songs were. Okay, the first one was a song by Jesse Murph. Let's see if I can find it in my liked music. Okay, the first song was called Where Do You Go? Where Do You Go by Jesse Murph. I'm on call for the next 6 days with my job. If you're new here, there's a lot you'll have to learn about me, and I can't fill it all in one video, and I don't even want to try because it's not part of the reading, but I am a qualified mental health professional, and I have a job where I supervise about 40 people. And right now I'm on call for about 350 people across our area. So anybody who needs anything in this area will have to call me if they need help, and then I do whatever needs to be done because I'm on call for the week of Christmas. And I'm not going to be able to spend it with my family because I can't get cellular service where they live. Alright. Young and naive, heart in your hands, ready to give more than you can, till you meet a boy who tears you apart. Now you can't tell what's love or war. The music stopped, so did the dance. Now there's no one to tell, so you leave by yourself. But it hurts more than you could have known. 'Cause how does a girl hold the weight of the world without losing herself on the road? Where do you go when nowhere feels quite like home? When every crowded room feels alone? It's a long way down, long way out. Tell me, how do I begin when nowhere feels quite like home? Where do you go growing up under the pavement? And she starts kind of rapping here. Growing up under the pavement, I stared at the people and places. I wondered what it would be like. They seemed to be doing it right. But at the time, I didn't know it. That these are the moments I'd chase for the rest of my life before it got quiet and heavy. I'm up in this Bentley, I'm dodging the memories. I cut out the bullet, the one that you sent me. You said I was looking, you thought I was ready. But how in the fuck could I ever be ready? My arms getting tired, this baggage is heavy. And this ball could represent the baggage. Somebody could be pregnant. There's no one to help me. About to break the levee. I'm not the same girl that you had in your Chevy. Don't think I'll ever be, 'cause how does a girl hold the weight of the world without losing herself on the road? Where do you go when nowhere feels quite like home? When every crowded room feels so alone? It's a long way down, long way out. Tell me, how do I begin when nowhere feels quite like home? Where do you go? So as we see, this is Where Do You Go by Jessie Murph. Check out her music. She, I think, writes her own stuff. She's a musician. She sings, and I don't know if she plays any instruments, but she's quite talented in her lyrics, writing her lyrics. So she's saying, I was young and naive, and I was ready to give more than I could until I met a boy who tore me apart. And now I can't tell the difference between love and war. And the music stopped, so did the dance. So there's no one to tell, so you leave by yourself. This person sounds incredibly lonely. And the moral of this song, the moral of the story, is that nowhere feels like home. And I totally understand that feeling right now, because I have a home that I pay the mortgage on, but I haven't lived there in 4 years because of leaving my husband, who was drinking too much. And he drank himself to death September, a year and a couple months ago. And it's been incredibly lonely. And I have felt like nowhere feels like home. Home is where the people I love are, and he's gone. And so you feel lonely, even in a crowded room. And then you remember how you were young and you watched your parents and they seemed like they were doing it right. But at the time you didn't know it. Those are the moments that you chase for the rest of your life. So whatever your parents modeled for you as a healthy relationship, you thought they were doing it right. And I don't think they had all the answers. I think that they had a very dysfunctional relationship for some of you. And I said, Spirit, what is going to happen to this person? Because nowhere feels like home to them. They were hurt. This person hurt them. so badly. And then they had childhood wounding. You said you thought I was ready, but how the fuck could I ever be ready? My arm's getting tired. This baggage is heavy. There's no one to help me. About to break the levee. I'm not the same girl you had in your Chevy. So you have an ex that hurt you real bad when you were real young. And you don't think you'll ever be that girl again. Because how does a girl hold the weight of the world without losing herself on the road? Where do you go when nowhere feels quite like home? When every crowded room feels so alone. It's a long way down, long way out. Tell me, how do I begin? This person doesn't even know where to begin. And they're feeling so lost. They need this compass to just show them where true north is. And I said, Spirit, what's going to happen to this person? And this is what I got. Kane Brown, good as you. Somebody wants to make your world a better place because they see that you're making this world a better place. See the way you're taking care of your mama, the way you're taking care of me, the way you light up any room, girl. You're what this world should be. Tomorrow, tonight, the rest of my life, I want to be the man you want me to be. So stop right now, girl. Tell me everything you need. I just want to wake up every day here in this bed. Never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just want to be good as you. Girl, you're more than just the surface. Yeah, you got that heart of gold. So when it comes to loving you, baby, it'll never get old. Tomorrow, tonight, the rest of my life, I want to be the man you want me to be. So stop right now, girl, and tell me everything you need. I just want to wake up every day here in this bed. Never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just want to be good as you. I just want to wake up every day here in this bed. Never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just want to be good as you. I just want to wake up every day here in this bed. Never leave I love you left unsaid. It might take 100 lifetimes to do, but baby, I just want to be good as you. Baby, I just want to be good as you. So someone sees you as a very bright light in their life, and they want to be with you and never leave I love you left unsaid. And this person doesn't see themselves that way because they are incredibly lonely. And I think that this other person is going to come and be a presence in your life that really appreciates you for who you are. Like, I don't think you were appreciated in the past for the beautiful presence you are in our world. And you deserve that. And before this song could end, another song came on, and Spirit was like, make sure you listen to this one too, because I thought that was the end right there. And Spirit was like, no, I got one more song I want you to add. And so here it is. Nothing Else Matters, Darius Rucker. This is a Metallica song, but the reason why for some reason Spirit wanted me to pull up the Darius Rucker cover. And so what that says to me is that somehow there may be some differences. Like, this is a heavy metal song being covered by somebody who sang like pop music and then country music. So you are like complete opposites. And maybe black and white are significant, because see how this is black and white? The other one was in color. Everything's been in color but this. Jesse Murph was somewhat black and white also. There could be some racial differences for some of you. I'm hearing Sierra. There doesn't have to be, but there could be. But somehow you're different than this person. And I think it's because you are the bright presence. You are the one that's the bright presence. And this person sees that and they want to appreciate that every day. And here's how it goes. So close. And I think there's distance, and that's why you're having to have communication by tower, because you're separated right now by distance. So close, no matter how far. Somebody could be in Paris. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know, but I know. So close no matter how far. It couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know, but I know. I never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. I'm so tone deaf. I'm almost completely deaf in my ears. Never cared for what they say. Never cared for the games they play. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know. So close no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. No, nothing else matters. So this is somebody that you trust, that you have realized that you can really trust this person. And I don't think that this is someone who finds trust very, very often. So as I said, we have the towers. And these are all from the bronze bowl, which I dropped maybe a month ago and spilled all over the floor during a reading. I have the infinity sign, the two towers. They were in love who you are. I have an angel wing. I found a compass because I think you're looking for the direction that you need to take your life in. Someone is here to help you with that. And for some reason I heard the name Sierra. Alright, I'm going to start out with the love who you are and just get you a message from that. Spirit says start out with a prayer. Prayer, please, for the collective. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who've trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So the Lord's Prayer factors in somehow. I'm not really sure how that factors in. It could be the forgiveness and the daily provisions. I see that you definitely are going to have to forgive somebody because they hurt you. But you're being given somebody better. Defy gravity and bring your monster flowers. So there may be something that you're afraid of. You feel like you're not capable of doing this. But Spirit says you're going to defy gravity. Look beyond the surface and bring your monster flowers. There was something in one of the songs about you're not just surface, you're deeper. You're a deep person. You're a beautiful presence in this world. Mind your monkey business and look beyond the surface. Remember, I never cared for what they know. I never cared for what they do, but I know. Somebody here is breaking free from people pleasing and caring what other people think. Because sometimes in relationships, people won't approve of who we're with. And we have to say, you know what, I don't give a shit what you want. This is what's right for me. All right, Spirit, what's the message you have for this person, ultimately? This is going to give the message shape. Love who you are, Spirit says. Flaunt it. Protect your boundaries and love who you are. Let me tell you what Spirit's saying to you. Flaunt it, number 30. Happy birthday to my Capricorns. Now is not the time to be modest. Now is the time to strut your stuff and allow everyone to see the full range of those gorgeous, radiant soul feathers of yours. Don't hold back. The peacock shares its radiance with the world, and we call it natural. So go ahead, unfold, you glorious creature of nature. Display all that you are, and while you're at it, sashay, do a little dance. Remember, the dancing and the music had stopped. Let us be proud of all the dazzle you are and everything you have become in this moment. So whatever you went through that was so hard and makes you feel like nowhere is home, they're saying flaunt it. Do a little dance. It's not the time to be modest. It's the time to strut your stuff. And then they're saying, number 39, protect your boundaries. So they're acknowledging a need to protect your boundaries because you are such a beautiful presence in this world. One of the best ways to love your fabulous self is to set and maintain your boundaries. You'll have way more energy for things that matter, like your own sovereignty. If you quit spending it on situations that drain you, no is a necessary magic, and it will fuel your enthusiasm when yes shows up. So what if people don't like or approve of you when you're keeping true to your most sacred bond and honoring your needs as sacred? Your value doesn't come from outside sources. It doesn't even come from within. You were born with it, and it is immeasurable. Act like it. Protect the sacred space of you. Awesome. And then love who you are is number 1. Fall in love with you. Spend quality time with your most intimate self. Ask your heart what makes her happy or him happy, free, alive, radiant, and honor what you hear. Ask your mind what brings it burden, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, and respect what she tells you. Act in service to your deepest truth. Don't fall in love with your potential. Fall in love with all of you. Deepen the fierce, hot flames of your reality. This is where you get your shine. Daring to love all that has made you who you are today. Owning it. Claiming it, celebrating what you have become right now, right here, right now. So you need to love yourself. You need to flaunt it. You need to put yourself out there. But protect your boundaries. Just because you put yourself out there doesn't mean you give all of yourself. You always protect the most intimate part of yourself. And I see that in this relationship, you're opening yourself up like you never have. So just be careful and protect your boundaries. You want to make sure you're in a healthy situation. All right, let's see how Spirit's working in the virtues here. Spirit's giving somebody kindness and perseverance. You're also being given joy and compassion. That's beautiful with your faith underneath that. Beautiful energy. So you have kindness, perseverance, compassion, joy, and you're being told to flaunt it, but protect your boundaries and love who you are. That's just perfect. I mean, that's how you live. That's the way you should be living. Every one of us. You're going to be given kindness. You're not going to give up. You're going to be given compassion. You have learned. You're coming out of that dark place where nowhere feels like home. I get the sense that your mother is a factor here, that you feel like you've lost your mother somehow. You may have lost your mother somehow. And this has made you kinder and more compassionate. And you're finally going to have joy again because you're not going to give up. Somebody's name could be Philip. Somebody's name could be John. And we heard Sierra. Love who you are. Love who you are. Love who your precious self is. Alright, let's get Sacred Destiny. What's the message from Sacred Destiny today? Somebody's watching you and they're seeing how beautiful you are. Your faith is also affected. You're alone. You feel alone and you're going through healing chaos. Maybe the holidays make you feel lonely because your mom is no longer with you. Or your dad or someone that was like a mother to you. You may have recently lost this person. You feel like you're alone, but you have opportunity. You're alone, but it's giving you opportunity. You're going to go on a voyage alone. Wow. You might be going on a cruise. You might be planning on taking a boat somehow, all by yourself. You may be going to Paris. Alright, Spirit, what virtues are working here? You're going to go on a voyage. What's working here is that you're learning the truth. Spirit's showing you the truth about something. And you're going to relax. Take it easy. Enjoy some time down off of work. You're going to enjoy some downtime from work. What's the truth that they're learning, Spirit? May we see, please? Nothing else matters, I hear. That you need to have diligence while you're at a standstill. So right now you're in a place in life where you don't really know which way to go. You're needing direction. You're at a standstill. Things are at a standstill. And you're learning the truth. And right now you need to be diligent. And I'm going to read to you what that means because it's important to understand. And this is what's going to lead you to inner peace, okay? Right now, you're being diligent. And I'm going to tell you what that means. Hold on one second. Diligence. Traditionally, fields were left fallow, unfarmed for extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover and rebalance its nutrients, to break disease and pest cycles, and to provide a haven for wildlife. Letting fields fallow meant that the subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. Engaging in this time-honored process takes patience and diligence, but the results are worth the wait. You're having to wait for something. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are also other times to be patient, step carefully and slow, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Remember, persevere. You have to be persistent. Don't give up. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent in each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. It's not time to get what you want right this second. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. Clean your house, clear the clutter, get that clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing whom to spend it with. Clear out relationships that do not support you. So it's time right now while you're at a standstill to be diligent, to clear out the relationships that don't support you. And I also want to read to you the truth, because it's important that we understand. You're in a standstill. You're at a standstill right now, and I want you to know what the truth is. There's a tree that's significant to your life. Song of the wind. Wind is in the realm of the air elements. One of the 4 elements of air, of life, one of the four elements of life: air, water, fire, and earth. Air takes form in the oxygen we breathe, as well as in the breezes and zephyrs. It also represents our communication skills. When we speak, it is the air that passes through our mouths and allows us to speak and communicate. Wind is also prana, the source of life. As you communicate your truth to yourself and others, you'll find new energy and vitality emerging within your life. The sacred landscape wants you to know: be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Find your truth. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. One of the most difficult things to know is what's true for you and what isn't. Sometimes it takes sincere silence to find the inner voice of truth. But once you find it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Share your truth with others. Release relationships in which you can't be yourself and can't be real. Being genuine can allow your spirit to fly and the song of your soul to be heard in the universe. So somehow I get a sense that you are in a situation with people where you cannot be yourself. Okay, that's being said over and over again. And you need to live your truth. You need to speak your truth. And you also need to do it by flaunting it. You need to put it out there, flaunt it, but protect your boundaries from those who won't understand it. Okay? And this is going to bring you inner peace. Inner peace. This is all about you. Inner peace. Let's read it. You're being led to be authentic. The lily pond. Simply sitting next to a lily pond, watching the dragonflies soar overhead and looking at the luminous lily pads floating gently on the surface of the water, while their translucent flowers open their petals to the heavens, can fill one with a sense of profound and everlasting peace. Lilies grow in many countries and have been given a wide range of meanings. However, one enduring image of the lily is the notion that out of the darkness and mud arises a thing of immense beauty and grace. No matter how much darkness there has been in your life, you can rise into enlightenment and profound tranquility. The sacred landscape wants you to know: inner peace is your birthright. Tranquility occurs when you realize that your life is unfolding according to a divine planning. Serenity isn't something you have to work for or search for. It already exists within you. To find this inner peace, simplify your life. Spend time in nature and listen to the message of your soul. True peace transcends fear and connects you intimately to the Creator. Breathe deeply and fully, knowing that all is well. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We might as well read Standstill, and then we'll move on. Swamplands. A swamp is a low-lying area with woody plants, shrubs, and trees where water collects and saturates the ground. During rainy season, swamplands become overwhelmed with water. The edge of the swamp is often a quagmire of mud and silt, but an abundance of plants and swamp insects dwell there. Because of the sticky nature of the mud, it is often impossible to walk through swamplands. Even trying to maneuver with a boat. Remember, you were going on a voyage? Even trying to maneuver with a boat can be difficult and treacherous because of dense vegetation. However, there is a great value in swamplands. They act as a natural flood control, as runoff can be temporarily stored in their basins. They keep the land around them from washing away. Lush vegetation provides a haven for nesting birds and waterfowls, as well as a habitat to mammals such as the beaver. The freshwater swamps near the Tigris and the Euphrates River in the Middle East are part of the Fertile Crescent and contributed to the fertility of the land for the earliest humans. The sacred landscape wants you to know, if it feels like some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say, there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being sucked into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extract yourself. So you're stuck in a situation, and it's because you need to clear out the clutter. You need to get rid of the relationships that don't support you. And you need to live in your truth and flaunt that truth, but protect your boundaries at the same time and love who you are, because other people may resist you. And when you meet that resistance, recognize it as their problem and nothing to do with you. And I've been hearing Sweet Tea for the Soul, so I'm going to read a message from Sweet Tea for the Soul. This is just a very different video, and it may or may not be for you. If it is, thank you for sticking around. Spirit, may I have a message, please, from Sweet Tea for the Soul. Tears in a bottle. You have taken account of my wanderings. Put my tears in your bottle. Are they recorded in your book? Psalm 56:8. A prisoner in Gath, David was at the lowest of lows in his life. The Philistines had captured him, and he felt completely helpless. He called out to God in his sorrow and said that God put his tears in a bottle. Somebody has a blockage in their solar plexus. Was there really such a bottle filled with David's tears? And does God save our tears in bottles as well? Regardless of whether or not God collected David's tears in a bottle or collects ours as well, he certainly remembered David's sorrows as he remembered all our weeping. He remembers everything that we endure for his sake on this earth, and someday he will wipe away every tear from our eyes, and there will be no more death and mourning or crying or pain. Revelation 21:4. And you have been through a situation that's caused you a lot of crying. Okay, you may have lost your loved one. Faith check. Or somebody may be on this earth that you've lost. Some believe that in Victorian times, women in mourning carried around small ornamental blown glass bottles decorated with silver and pewter. Those mourning the loss of a loved one would collect their tears in these bottles, called tear catchers or tear bottles. As their tears evaporated with the help of special stoppers on the top of the bottle, the mourning period would end. Someday, our period of mourning will end, and we will forever be with our Father in heaven. Tears are prayers from the heart when we cannot speak. So somebody is going through a time of mourning. You're going through mourning, and that's why that's what's teaching you kindness. Not to give up, compassion, and to get your joy again, to be happy again, and to have your faith. And I think that's where your truth, living your truth about your faith and not being afraid to be who you are through the period of mourning. You've lost someone, I think. I think you've lost a loved one, a mother or father. And you don't think you can do this because your solar plexus is blocked. All right, let's see if we can find out more about how this happened. I'm going to use a special deck I have called Moonology Manifestation Deck. Is that what you want to do, Spirit? Let's see how this happened. And then we're going to look at the Energy Oracle by Denise Lynn. Sandra Antonio. Denise Lynn did these cards, The Sacred Destiny. Alright, show me how this happened. You were practicing gratitude and you had to go deeper. Practice gratitude and go deeper. Show me how you're working here. Let your fears dissolve and go deeper. How are you working in this person's life, Spirit? Show me how you're working in their home life. Know you are loved and let your fears dissolve. How are you working in this person's home life? May I see, please? Home life for the collective. That flew out. You could be a Capricorn. We have new moon in Capricorn. Spirit said at home, I need you to step up and lead. I need you to take the lead of your home. Step up and lead your home. Time to get your home established. Capricorn is here. Work life, Spirit. How are you working in this person's work life? Assess the situation in your work life. Take a look. Take an inventory. Assess it. Virgo is here. Could have a Virgo placement, or you could be dealing with one. It's time to assess the situation at work. All right, what's your surprise? Scorpio, breathe through the tension. So you're going to breathe through the tension. Full moon in Scorpio. And what's going on in our love life? Know your worth and take a reality check. Capricorn is here, and so is Taurus. So in your love life, take a reality check and know your worth. All right, what's our role here? Our role is to attune to the divine and trust all will be well. Pisces and Virgo are here. And what will be the outcome if we attune to the divine and trust all will be well? It will cool your emotions. Aries is here. You're upset, you're sad, you're crying because of what you're going through with this loss. You've lost someone in your life, and it's the holidays are not easy for you. They're not. They're just not going to be easy for you. And you're going to let go of control. Aries, and we have Taurus again. A lot of earth energy in this reading. Scorpio is in Pisces, and a lot of earth. And then we have an Aries element here. All right. So let's find out how this happened. I see that you've had a loss. Show me how this happened, Spirit. Somebody had no concern about bad health. You weren't concerned about somebody's health, or they weren't concerned about it. And what was being hidden? That there was somebody that was having a courtship. Alright, and what was being shown? That I'm not going to take those. What was being shown? There we go. That there was somebody who was having lovers, the choice, or a lover. And what's going to happen next? Whoa, somebody's going to be a thief and go to prison. Wow. And this is going to put them on the right path. So, somebody was not concerned about somebody's bad health because they were secretly courting someone else and in love. And this person was a thief, and they went to prison, but this put them on the right path, and now they want to go on a journey. Alright, show me a little bit more about how this happened. You opened your mouth and said something. Fucking say it. And your friends miss your face. So you were like, listen, I need to tell you something. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. I need to talk to you and fucking say it, because resentment kills the magic. I miss you. You're my fucking friend, and I miss you. So you opened your mouth and you were like, I miss you. You're my fucking friend. Where have you been? And what's being hidden? Oh, a lot came out. I'm going to take them. That interrupting is for assholes. Let them finish. Don't let it all hang out. Leave some shit to the imagination. Keep shit clean. Gross floors and dirty bathrooms suck. And get hot and sweaty. Work out and grow old as fuck together. With family shit getting on your nerves, which was it was being hidden. This is who you're talking to when you open your mouth and you say, listen, my friends miss me. This is family shit that's getting on your nerves. Alright, what's being shown? That's what's being hidden. What's being shown is that you don't tell anybody these things. You keep it to yourself. So what's going to happen next? That you're going to be fucking stressed because you don't tell anybody how you feel. And how you feel is like your family gets on your nerves. You just want to work out. You have to keep everything clean. You never tell anybody. And interrupting is for assholes. They don't even listen to you. They just interrupt you when you're talking. And somebody's an asshole. And love can hurt like hell. It's time for anal, and love can hurt like hell. Why is love hurting like hell and being an asshole here? This could be same sex. My readings always can be. Why is time for anal and love can hurt like hell? It's like somebody's going to fuck you over. That's what it feels. That's the feel that has. Like somebody, they bent you over and gave you one up the ass without a reach around. That's what it's saying. That you want to sit back and relax because people are messy. And you think you have them all figured out, but you don't. And you're on the same team, play like it. You're just going to walk away because it's not that serious. And tantrums are for babies. Grow the fuck up. Alrighty then. So it sounds like you just have a lot of family shit going on. Show me how this person feels, the one that's had this loss. Apprehensive, guarded, and exhausted. You're tired of this shit. You're protecting your boundaries because you're tired of it. Your family's getting on your nerves big time. You're using your intuition about how exhausted and tired you are of all of this bullshit that you're going through. You feel like nowhere feels like home. You have a lot of pride and ego, and you're using your intuition. I think somebody else has a lot of pride and ego. Alright, show me how this person feels. The one that we're like it's only you. You feel alone. You feel all alone. How does the other person feel about them? They're guarded. They're afraid. Why are they afraid of you? Why are they afraid of you? Because of being established, being family, and having security. They're afraid of security and a family. Why are they afraid of that? Because of beauty. Why do they feel like something's not beautiful? Because of saying goodbye when it came to a loss you had in the past and the chase. What were you chasing? Somebody who had no unconditional love for you and a lot of pride. And what's going to be the outcome? You're going to be solitary, and you're going to have a spiritual connection because you're going to let this other person right here go. So you were afraid. There was fear because you needed to be established. And you got that from somebody who was ugly. And you said farewell and lost somebody because you had too much pride and no unconditional love. And you're letting something go, and you're going to be alone because of a spiritual connection. Outcome of that spiritual connection, there's going to be tension. What do you mean tension? Is that in the connection, or is that in something else? Because it's deep. And somebody has been tricky and elusive. And they not roaming wild. What do you mean they're not roaming wild? They're not conflicted. What do you mean they're not conflicted? They're avoiding you. This person avoided you by going to get established. They say goodbye to you because they had no unconditional love for you and a lot of pride. What's going to be the outcome here? Somebody's going to be running, but they're trapped and they're clashing. So they're going to run, but from somebody they're trapped with and fighting with. And that's what the letting go is about. Somebody understands this message. Alright, I'm going to take these up so I don't have such a big mess to clean up. I'm going to get some tarot. We're going to use the red deck. For some reason that card's stuck there. It was the Emperor in reverse. I'm going to put him in the middle. This could be your father. Alright, show me how you're working here, Spirit. How are you working in this person's situation? How is the astrological energy working? The Lovers came out in reverse with the Sun. Spirit's like, I want you to have no choice but to be happy. I want you to have no choice but to be happy. Gemini and Leo are here. What's the energy to overcome? Sagittarius, Temperance, being self-controlled, controlling yourself. Spirit's like, I want you to stop controlling yourself. Overcome this Temperance. And what's going to pull it together? You're putting up with something you shouldn't be. What's going to pull it together? You're blending things. You might have red hair. What's going to pull this together, Spirit? May we see, please? Spirit's like, I'm not giving you a choice about being happy. And I want you to overcome this self-control. You're controlling yourself when you should be moving forward. That's a lot of cards. Now I have one that represents how to pull this together. How is this going to come together? Yeah, you have an angel. You are an angel. What's going to pull this together? You might be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or a Gemini. May I have one card? Good, strong answers only, please. Pull this together for us, Spirit. Yeah, somebody has red hair. They wear like neck chokers. There we go. Somebody's not using their intuition. There's a High Priest in reverse. And toxicity. So somebody's not using their intuition and there's a lot of toxicity involved here. Alright, show me why the Lovers is here with the Sun. Because somebody's coming up with a strategy and escaping. Maybe they're coming up with an exit strategy. Why is the Lovers here with the Sun? Because it was unintentional that they were using something to escape. They didn't mean to escape. They didn't mean to get away. Don't force it when it comes to somebody's drug and alcohol abuse. Alright, why is the Lovers here? Because that's why you can't move on. You have no choice, and that's why you can't move on. What do you have no choice about? What's the no choice about? There's no escape, and somebody can't be trusted because there's no escape. Can't be trusted is in reverse. What do you mean they can't be trusted? Trust your intuition, Spirit says. Enough is enough. Alright, why is the Sun here? Because it's your choice whether or not you want to be happy. See, your choice is the Gemini vibe, and it's your choice. Why is Temperance here? Temperance is here because grass is greener, you're helpless, there's burdens in reverse in your family. So what you need to stop being self-controlled about is somebody who needs time to figure out whether or not there's better romantic options. They went towards somebody for stability and they got stuck there because they didn't want any burdens in their family. Alright? You're stuck with somebody that you really don't want to be with to prevent burdens in the family. Alright, what should they do about this? It's a dying love. Stop pretending. And stop worrying. Alright, why is the High Priest here? Because you're telepathic. Then why are you in reverse? Because you're fighting it. And you don't want to be up all night worried about this. Why is the Devil here? because somebody is partying. That's the toxicity. And they won't eliminate somebody that they're partying with. What's going to be the outcome? There's going to be competition and you're going to shut this shit down. You're not going to be involved in this. What happens once you shut this shit down? Somebody won't want to be alone. True love is in reverse and arrogance is in reverse. So it's like when you finally shut this down because of the competition and you're like, I'm done with this. I want nothing more to do with you. This person is going to be like, you can't be alone. You're true love. And I got to stop being arrogant. I've made a mistake. This person's going to realize that their arrogance and their desire to be alone cost them true love. Because you shut down. You're not going to be in a competition. Alright, so what else do we need to know? Somebody has flings. And what's going to happen about that? Somebody here likes to have flings. Spirit says don't lose hope. Why is it in reverse then? Because they haven't decided. What have they not decided? They're clueless. This person is clueless. And you're incomparable. What should you do? You need to have an apology for dating and overthinking. I'm sorry for disappointing you. Will you accept my apology? I'm back into the dating scene and making the effort to move on. And I'm driving myself crazy. Thoughts of you are consuming me. You don't even want to take it slow because of this divine union. So you're not even willing to move on from this. You need to be willing to move on from this. Why is the Lovers here? Because of somebody being toxic as hell and not being able to avoid this. Why is the Sun here? Because of a contract, career, or commitment. Clarify that. That's your choice. It's your choice whether or not you want this commitment. Somebody's not open to receive this. So what should you do? If they're not, you're going to get communication. What's the communication? That there's been an injustice and I haven't been able to surrender. You're getting over this. You can't let this go, though. Why is Sagittarius here with Temperance? Because somebody that's been at a distance from you is going to come and see you, it looks like, because of inner child healing. What do you mean, inner child healing? Clarify what you mean. Their higher self is going to stop them from being tempted and deceptive. Being temptation. Their higher self is working on their temptation and deception. And what's going to be the outcome of that? They're going to want new love in the fall. The fall is here with a new love. They're going to fall in love with somebody new. And why is the High Priest over here? Because of your memories from the winter. Clarify your memories. A lot of dark shit you went through with somebody who was cold and detached. And why is the Devil here? Because of they have no stability and they need to take care of themselves. Outcome of their stability and taking care of themselves, they're going to stop doubting it. And what will happen when they stop doubting it? Oh, that flew out. They'll see their part in this, and it happened last spring where they caused you, in the spring, in the past of some spring, they caused you a lot of suffering. They're going to see their part in that. They're trying, their higher self is trying to help them to fall in love with someone new. Let's look at their higher self. What is their higher self saying to them, Spirit? May we see, please? What's the higher self encouraging this person to do? It could be you. It looks like you're dealing with someone else. What's the higher self here doing when it comes to temptation and deception? Helping somebody get their freedom and to not give up. Outcome of freedom. Direction. Remember the compass. manifesting, use your intuition, and getting a different perspective also. Looks like somebody's having a hard time breaking free here. Alright, what kind of healing does the collective need here, Spirit? Don't play the victim. What else? You're not a victim. Say what you mean and have courage. You need healing physically also. Alright, talk to us. What's the spiritual gifts that are operating here? Your cards are very floppy. Focus your energy, please. There we go. You're a phoenix rising from the ashes. You need to meditate. Anything else? Spirit says, I'm going to give you a job. You need to get your chakras aligned. Remember that big belch that I had? You're not in flow for some reason. Let me see what the angels are up to. What are the angels doing in this person's life? Giving you power and clarity. Anything else? Giving you powerful clarity. They're giving you wisdom. You're learning something. You might be going to school and comforting you about this loss that you've had. With the night sky, you have alignments, planetary alignments. Alright, let's see where you are. You're on the journey, of course, the twin flame, I think, but we'll see. You're doing inner child work. You're going to have a fresh start. It looks like, oh, there's cards in the wrong deck. They'll come out if they're meant to. Where are you at in this journey? You're in the winter. You're working on getting rid of the people that don't support you. Getting rid of the clutter. You're removing barriers. You remember that from the beginning. And here's the card in the wrong deck. It's the Ace of Cups. Why is it in reverse? Because of something that happened in the summer. What happened this summer? You were purging and going in a new direction because of a third party that you didn't want to be involved with. And you were getting independent, getting on your feet. There's a 9 of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups here. That's a 10, which is a 1. Somebody would not change. And where are they at in this journey? The spring, they did something in the spring. What about the spring? Or they're going to? Why is the spring here? Because they've been watching you. What do they see when they watch you? That something's ending because you're not willing to settle. Clarify what's ending? The answer is no. In reverse, self-worth because of no big dreams. They can't say no to somebody because of self-worth. And they have no aspirations. What's connecting you two then? Because you look like you have aspirations. The fall is here. Why? A lot of seasons showing up. Because somebody did not make an offer. They didn't recognize that they were bound. And now they regret this. They're awakening. So what are they going to do differently? They're going to lose divine masculine is here, losing his patience about numbing. Either he or someone else is getting high or numbing out, and he's going to get sick of it. Look, because it's divine feminine. His divine feminine is here in reverse because of somebody numbing. What's going to be the outcome? Somebody's going to be guided because of something they receive. Here's another tarot card. They're going to end something. Clarify what they're going to end. So their pride and ego, compromising, and not seeing their part in things. So they're going to stop not seeing their part in things and compromise. They're going to deal with their ego. Their tribe is here. Anything else we need to see? Somebody is not admired. Why are they not admired? Because they don't want to be stuck with this person. And there's destruction. Clarify that destruction. What's been destroyed is there's been deception. They didn't learn their lesson. They didn't feel the vibes, and they're not communicating because of something that just won't change. I'm not going to go any further with that. I think that's as far as we can take it. What would you say out of here? Spirit said go slow. What do you mean go slow? Take time to get to know each other. Be patient. Make a decision right here and now to be supportive. Clarify what you mean by support. Somebody has an obsession. What do you mean they have an obsession? Warning, it's strictly sexual. What's going to happen with that? You're going to set boundaries and play hard. Clarify, play hard. It's a past life love that's a twin flame and it's protected. You've been on different pages. And there's, look, Spirit said I'm bringing healing to this situation. That's a wrap. All right, what's the tea? What's the tea here? Somebody's going to set the record straight. You're spoiled, and you're a copycat. What else? Somebody wouldn't make a fake apology because they were jealous. What's going to happen to the jealous-ass person right here? They're promiscuous. All right, what else? You're over it, tired of the drama. Anything else we need to know? Somebody's total drama in action. And somebody's going to record, announce, express, or reveal that they want to stand their ground and defend themselves because they're living in nightmare. The sex shop is here and a private relationship. Clarify the private relationship. Somebody's expecting a new beginning because they're going to get a divorce and sexual protection is here. So they must have got somebody pregnant. Now they're going to have a family and they're going to fight for what they love. Outcome of this expecting a new beginning. The outcome is tantric sex or having sex, attracting like a moth to a flame, and being betrayed by somebody who's insecure. Getting a room and fake friends. What did they do to betray you? They ran away because of parenting. Why did they run away because of parenting? Because they didn't want to hear it and they were sick. And they couldn't ride this out anymore. Anything else we need to know? Somebody is going to fulfill a fantasy because they're tired of being in a toxic situation and under spiritual attack. They're not going to allow somebody to control them anymore. They need anger management. They've made bad choices, and you're centered and aligned with the universe, and you need to be careful. Why do you need to be careful? Because these are fake-ass friends. Look, these people are not your friends. They're fake. And you need to protect yourself. Remember your boundaries. Flaunt it, but have boundaries. Outcome of having boundaries. You're going to be a great actor, doing drugs, and going to the gym. Because somebody is coming in after you. Wow. Protect yourself. This person's got a drug problem for real. Alright, what would this person say? What would this divine masculine say? He would say, do you know who really loves you? Me, but I'd never tell you. And what would this divine feminine say in return to that? She would say, I love the way you love me and I can't stop thinking of you. Is this love? And what would he say? He would say, it's late, really late. Why aren't you here next to me? Why do you not want to... Anything else either one of these people would say. I reread our text over and over again, and damn, you drive me crazy. I just want honesty. Why do you insist on lying to me? Somebody lied to you about being in this relationship and it being strictly sexual. Alright, tell me what his best friend would say of this divine masculine, because that's what we have here. What would his best friend say? Yes, please. Be your biggest fan and you're going to make it. What would divine feminine's best friend say? It's okay to fail. Embrace the unknown. It's okay to fail. Embrace the unknown. So somehow you feel like a failure here. Instant Magic Oracle, may I have a message from whoever this is? If it doesn't feel aligned, then the answer is no. And I think for right now, this relationship is going to be a big no, okay? But that doesn't mean forever. It just means right now you need to move on with your life and find something that can make you happy because you deserve the best of everything. What guidance would you give here, Spirit? White Sage and Princess Savior with Wild and Free. White sage, number 23, number 12, and number 1. Number 23 says this: it's safe to let things unfold as they will. You do not need to fix things nor try to force something to happen. The universe is already working things out for you. There's no need to question your vision or your intuition just because situations are working out differently to how you thought they would. The universe is a little bent and certainly has a sense of humor, but ultimately it is kind and knows the best way to accomplish all that needs to happen. You are very much part of this. All things will come together in the correct way at the best time. The universe has your back. Trust that you are being helped. And Princess Savior, number 12. Even if you feel uncertain about facing a challenge, believe in yourself. You are strong enough to conquer this. There will be help if you need it, but you already have the inner resources required to overcome any obstacle and attain the most blessed outcome. I'm hearing Rachel. If you are in the process of letting go of someone or something, perhaps an old habit, an old way of life, a relationship, or a situation in which you have felt trapped, don't allow insecurity or uncertainty to stop you. You've got this, and you are doing the right thing in moving on. And wild and free. Wild and free. This is an important time in your life when you are being guided to lead from your heart, even if it makes no sense to you or anyone else, or if your mind screams at you with fear and doubt. Don't ignore what your heart is telling you. Give yourself the time and space that you need away from the noise and demands of the world and other people so that the quiet, sure voice of your heart can be heard. Then take courage and act on what you feel. Your heart is wise and worthy of your trust. Let's see what this Divine Masculine would say out of this deck. What would this Divine Masculine say to this Divine Feminine Spirit? May we see, please. He would say, honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable feels uncomfortable. So he's wearing a mask. He's pretending to be someone he's not. And what would she say to him? She would say, I wish I could, and so much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? And what would he say to that? He would say, I love you. I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. And I feel like I've lost you and I'm not coping well with it. And I won't stay for long. I'm sorry. So he's going to ghost you. And don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. So he's ghosted you. What's he going to do about ghosting this person? Don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. I'm trying to make a very difficult decision and it involves you. I've been in my head about you constantly. I want to get away from the burdens I have to deal with, but I'm stuck right now. And I know that I want you in my future. I'm working on making the proper plans. So he's working on getting a future with you. But he's stuck, and I have a hard time trusting anyone. I'm doing just fine on my own. But he's found trust in you. That was in the Metallica song. All right, so we're going to stop there. Who are you talking to, Spirit? Number 2, FNHTCKI. The moon is here, and Virgo is here. You might have a Virgo moon. PAKMDJL. Pisces is here, and Venus is here. Venus is here. You might have a Pisces Venus. XKPE number 5 HVH. Virgo is here and Sagittarius is here, I think. No, wait, Capricorn. And Taurus, Venus. Venus is here also. BLHCAJX, number 6. Aquarius is here, and Pisces. Aquarius and Pisces are my dual ascending sign. I have a dual ascending sign. HDNA BYC, number 6. So we have Dan, we have Can, we have Bad, Had, we have Gemini here, and Venus. If you have a Gemini Venus, God help you. You're going to be non-committal as hell. And, oh, we have Venus in Gemini. And that's what it looks like. We look like we have an air sign in Gemini. They have a Venus in the air elements for somebody. They have an air element somewhere, and they're having commitment issues. BABVIIP, Pisces, number 12, and Libra. That's a Libra. And that's a Sagittarius. One more time. CTFACMC. A lot of C's. We have... That's a Sagittarius. And an Aries. Venus again. We have Venus. Venus, Venus, Venus. Okay, we're going to stop there. Trinkets, please, Spirit, from this ball. What trinkets would you give me? Alright, I have a piece of selenite. You might need to charge your crystals. You might like Chinese food, or you may have some left over in your fridge. I saw somebody making love in this video at the very beginning when I was getting prepared for it. When this person wants to come and be with you and never leave, I left you unsaid, but they're not there yet. That's how they feel, though. Romance could divert your attention away from money matters today, and I think they're making plans to do that. They're just stuck right now. Consider your impressions and follow them once in a while. So think about what impresses you and follow that once in a while. An elephant, a chopper riding skeleton, the word love, perhaps love, an elephant, that one had a really long trunk, 2 hearts connected, love and peace, a skull, you might be into skulls, an arrow that says love, a crescent moon with a star, somebody's kitty cat. There's 2 kitty cats. Somebody's kitty cat may have crossed over, or somehow a cat is significant to your life. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. And a Mustang or a horse. Horses are somehow significant. Alright, let me get some trinkets out of this bowl. I have I saw a bear that had been hit by a car yesterday. This is a broken up bear. I have a feather. I have that angel wing. A lot of Chinese. Let the spirit of adventure set the tone. I have those military wings or the pilot wings. Thank you for your service. I have a cactus or a prick, an I Ching, a piece of crystal, an arrow, 2 identical angels, a rocking horse for a baby, the word wish, an arrow for a Sagittarius, William Shakespeare, and every fair from fair sometimes declines. You may be in a literature class or something like that, or you might just love Shakespeare. Believe in love, a leaf for the fall, a crown for a queen, or you might drink Crown Royal, and I have cherries. Cherries are somehow significant. Let's look at your money real quick before we close. What's going to happen with Divine Masculine's money, Spirit? Divine Masculine, the underworld is here, a workaholic is here, and a shift. Somebody works really hard, and it looks like there's something about sex or death or something in the underworld, this is what it says. Find unconventional ways to explore new resources of income, sex, death, hidden knowledge, and probing into the mysteries of life. As the world evolves, so can your means of earning money. So somebody could be into like undertaking or something like that. You're a workaholic and you're going to have a shift. The underworld to me could be somebody selling drugs, and they work all the time, but you're going to have a shift. So like maybe in the past you sold drugs and all you did was sold drugs, but now you're going to have a shift. Clarify the shift, because you realized you were going the wrong way, and it had to do with your parenthood and juggling. Outcome of your juggling parenthood. You're going to have transportation. You might be in school to be a pilot or doing something in flights or going on a plane. Somebody could fly a plane. Brooke, I'm hearing Brooke. Be persistent. And somebody is not beautiful. Somebody's ugly. And you're going to be persistent because of transportation. And there's a surprise in reverse. So, what's the surprise? That you're in divine timing. You're going to stop making mistakes and be a phoenix rising. What about divine feminine? Divine feminine, you're not planning for this, but somebody's motivating your business. What do you mean they're motivated for business? It has to do with the loss that you've had and the lessons that you've learned. Outcome of that. Whoa, your spirituality is here. Something illegal about your real estate. And a student. Not being a student, and caution. Outcome of the real estate. Somebody's going to be in leadership and they're not going to share because of an injustice and something that wasn't temporary. What do you mean it wasn't temporary? It had to do with some bad luck and rescuing. Outcome of bad luck and rescuing. Spirit says silence. You can't talk about it, but somebody's at a crossroads. And science is here. So you can't talk about that right now. Alright, I guess we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.